great of you to join. Thank you. So if you're just coming on, hi everybody. I'm Lissa from Chelsea Piers Fitness. We're going to do a little bit of a Sunday night stretch, relaxation, movement, and try to get it all in. Hopefully we can go a little deeper rather than just work the surface so that we can have a really good night's sleep tonight. Also, I wanted to mention a little bit about the word asana in and of itself. So the word asana means to take one's seat. It doesn't matter how you take that seat. It could be sitting comfortably cross-legged. It could be in any of our poses, which you hear the word asana after the poses, after the names of the poses, like virasana, sukhasana, which means happy seat, easy seat. But to take one's seat literally means to place oneself. So just giving a little bit of thought as to how you place yourself in the postures, but even more so how we are placing ourselves in our world, at home, amongst other people, with our families, and how we can translate that to our return into the outside world. Right? So how we place ourselves in our postures is actually very indicative of how we place ourselves outside. Right? If we come to a pose and in our mind it's saying, I'm so bored, get me out, I want to move, I'm not where I want to be, this teacher stinks, or whatever it might be, right? That's our kind of mental chatter talking to us. If we get in a pose and, oh, it hurts, and I don't particularly like the place that I'm in, but I'm going to stay here and persevere. Well, we might want to change the dialogue that we're having with ourselves, or we might want to change the position of our bodies, okay? So yoga is actually for everybody. There's no such thing as I'm not flexible enough to do yoga. That's why we're here, and we're not actually here to gain flexibility. We're here to gain stability. We're also here to gain space, right? Physical space in the body, and hopefully some mental clearing space in our thoughts and in our minds. So with that, asana, let's take a comfortable, I say comfortable, let's start in cobbler's pose, okay? So cobbler's pose, also known as Baddha Konasana. You'll place the soles of your feet together. I'm going to mute everybody, so I'll see y'all in a little while. Okay, so if you have a block handy, please try to have something. You could have big tomato cans or bottles of water or something. Okay. And in Baddha Konasana, with the soles of the feet together, knees open wide. It doesn't have to be the deepest version. So you needn't pull your heels all the way up toward the pubic bone if that's too tight. If your knees are way up here, try sitting on some kind of padding. It could be a pillow, it could be a block, to drop the knees lower. Okay, I'm going to not sit on the padding. Hands on your ankles or on the feet, opening the soles of the feet up toward the ceiling. Kind of like a book, opening the pages of a book. Yeah, don't stress. If you're not comfortable, change something so that you're more comfortable. Okay, and then just lift. Keep in mind something. When you got, I'm mirrored. So when I say right, you'll probably see my left side, but listen to my words rather than look at me because it might be mirrored. I will repeat the side that we're on over and over again. Here, it doesn't matter. So open the feet nice and wide. Lift one side of your bum off the mat and scoot it back a little. And then lift the other side and scoot it back a little. Take a big breath in and soften your shoulders toward the floor. Lengthen the crown of your head up toward the ceiling. Let the breath go. And then soften your hands, just soften them on your feet or the ankles. And begin to move the breath up and down your spine. You might want to close your eyes here and really tap into the sensation of the breath coming in through the nose, perhaps feeling as if it's going all the way down toward the pelvic floor. And then the sensation of the breath moving all the way up, out the tip of the nose. So breathing in through the tip of the nose, all the way down to the pelvic floor. Drawing the belly button toward the spine and pressing the breath all the way up and out. Inhaling fully. Exhaling completely. Put your palms to your heart center in prayer. If you need to move the feet more forward, do that. Inhaling fully. Exhale completely. 2 more. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. And we'll inhale for Om, inhaling fully. And on an inhale, come to flutter the eyes open. As you exhale, hinge forward. Pause here, engage your belly up toward the spine. Take another breath. Maybe scoot your sit bones back again. And exhale, hinge a little bit more. Take another breath. Extend your arms forward, draw the shoulders back. I like this one because it's like I'm reaching for everybody. And then as you exhale, you can place your hands on the floor, perhaps the forearms, perhaps a block underneath your forehead as you lower the forehead to the block. Ish does not have to reach, so wherever you're at, engage your pelvic floor, draw your belly in and up, breathing into the back body, and exhale, soften. Inhaling, breathing into the back body. Exhale and soften. One more, just like that. And keep in mind, again, sometimes I don't have my head in the proper placement because I want you to be able to hear me. Exhale out completely. Nice. On an inhale, draw the belly to the spine, round yourself up to sit. Exhale at the top. Very simply, cross your right leg in front of your left. Okay. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up overhead, flex your right ankle, and we're going to revolve to the left. So take the right hand outside on top of the right foot somewhere, use the resistance and twist your torso over to the left. The left hand comes behind the back. You're gazing over your left shoulder. Take a big breath in and reach the crown of the head long and tall. And as you exhale again, gaze to the left, twisting a little bit more deeply. Inhale for length, soften the shoulders toward the floor. Exhale and revolve. On an inhale, lift both arms back up overhead. If you have blocks or pillows, just take them to the right side. You're going to turn, keep your legs where they are, turn your torso to the right, and you might want to place your forearms on blocks. The left one is definitely a stretch. That's what we're aiming for. So if you can't get your left forearm down, stay up on the left fingertips. Perhaps the right forearm comes down and the palms are turned up, or the right palm is turned up. Okay, so the right forearm is down, the left fingertips, you're on your left fingertips, or maybe the left forearm is down, and bow your head. From here, take a big breath in, and as you exhale, press the left sitting bone into the floor. Inhale fully, breathing into the left side body. Exhale completely. Inhale fully. Drop the head. Exhale completely. On an inhale, come back up onto the right fingertips or the right forearm or a block under the right forearm. Lift the left arm all the way up. Soften the left shoulder, turn the palm toward the back of the room. Take a breath in, look at your left fingertips, and as you exhale, side lean over to the right. Try not to drop the head so that your ears are still in between your shoulders. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, reach a little more to the right with your left fingertips and drop your left bum to the floor. And inhale, take the left hand behind the head. Turn a little, just turn your chest to the left. It doesn't have to be a lot. And lean back a little bit, trying to look up toward the ceiling. Inhale. Move the left hip toward the floor. Can be a lot. Inhale, lift both arms all the way up. Exhale, palms to your heart. Beautiful. Let's switch sides. So Take your left foot, place it comfortably, loosely in front of your right foot. The ankles are not crossed, okay? Inhale, lift the arms up. The back of your left hand comes to the inside of your left foot. And we twist to the right. The right hand comes all the way behind the back. Inhale up for length. And as you exhale, press the left hand into the foot, twist over to the right. Inhale for length. The chin moves a little toward the back of the throat. We're so long and tall with a lot of space as you exhale and move into that space. Beautiful. Inhale, grab your block if you have one or both. Lift both arms up overhead and twist to the left. Place the blocks down. I don't know where I need mine yet, right? We'll see when we get there. So you're twisting to the left. Lower the left forearm to the ground. The palm is turned up. And then place the right fingertips either on the floor. Maybe the right forearm is down. Maybe your right forearm is on a block. Bow your head and move your right sit bone toward the floor. Bow your head completely. Again, I'm not doing that so you can hear me. Bow your head completely. Right sit bone moves toward the floor. Breathe into the space between your shoulder blades. Breathe out. Breathe into the whole right side of the body. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. As you inhale, lift the right arm up overhead. Maybe come up onto the left fingertips if you need to, or the left forearm on a block, and bring the right arm over. You could gaze up at your inner right elbow. Take a big breath in, reach toward the left, but move your right sit bone toward the floor. Inhale the right hand behind the back of the head. The elbow is pointing up toward the ceiling. Try not to drop the head, it's hard. You could use your fingers behind the occiput, the back of your head, and lengthen it. And then begin to turn your torso up toward the ceiling. Again, it doesn't have to move much for it to be very effective. Drop your right sit bone to the floor. Your sit bones are the bony parts that we're sitting on. Yeah. On an inhale, lift both arms back up overhead. Exhale the palms together at the heart center in prayer. Beautiful. So if you're waking up, we're waking up the body. If you're slowing down, you're getting deep into the muscles. So take the right foot in the front again and place the sole of the right foot on the floor. Perfect. I think you guys all got the mandate. I can only see a few of you, but I have to wear a dark, solid color, and so do you. So are you. Take your left hand. Bring it across the top of the right foot, catching the pinky toe side of the foot. The right hand can come to the floor. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Lift the right arm up. As you exhale, you're straightening your right leg to the front and you're reaching your right fingertips to the back. Inhale, so your arms are out to the sides, nice and wide. You're inhaling the crown of the head up toward the ceiling. Hug your belly in and probably shift forward a little so your ankle is only in line. If your ankle is lower, your right leg is lower, and you're on the sit bones. Yeah. Beautiful. And now exhale and twist, look over to your right thumb. Inhale for length. You might bend the right knee a little. Exhale, press the right heel forward, separate from the shoulder blades. Inhale, bring them together a little. Exhale, reach them away and deepen the twist. Beautiful. Inhale, bring your right arm up toward the ceiling. You might bend the right knee a little. Cross your wrists. Hold on to the foot. I'm just going to move so you can see me. Straighten the right leg, straighten-ish, right? My hamstrings are not warm. Take a big breath in, bend the elbows, lift the leg closer, and as you exhale, you might bow into your right leg. There's no way that it should look. It doesn't have to be the deepest form. It just has to be deep for you to feel it and deepen your breath. Breathe in. And breathe out. See if you can slide your shoulders down the back. Breathe in, draw the belly in. Breathe out, maybe the head and leg get a little closer. One more, breathe in. And then slowly as you exhale, bend your right knee. We're just going to lower the right leg all the way to the floor. It's straight. The sole of the left foot is in the inner right thigh, a little Janu Shirshasana. So your left knee is bent, the sole of the left foot is in the inner right thigh. Inhale, lift the arms. Roll your inner right thigh inward toward the mat. And then a little bend to your right knee. Press into the right heel and hinge forward. You might place blocks underneath your hands if you have them here, if you need them. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, lift both arms back up overhead. Exhale, palms to the heart. We'll move to the other side. So bend the right knee, bring the right foot in. Step the left foot onto the floor. Left knee is bent. Take the right arm over the top of the left foot, grab hold of the pinky toe side. Yes. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Lift the left arm up. Exhale, you're revolving to your left. Open out nice and wide. Inhale, bend the left knee a little. Exhale, reach away from the center of your shoulder blades, from your spine. Inhale, left knee bends a little. Exhale, press out through the heel and revolve. Inhale, lift the left arm all the way up. Cross it over the right wrist. Bend your left knee a little. Inhale. Exhale, bring the head toward the leg toward the head. Soften the shoulders down the back. Inhale. Exhale. You could always straighten the leg as you go. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rising up, a little bend to the left knee and slowly guide the left leg to the floor. Slide it out in front of you. Little Janu. Take the sole of the right foot in the inner left thigh. Roll the inner left thigh toward the floor. Bend the left knee. Take a big breath in, lift the arms, and exhale, hinge forward. Bow. Breathe in and breathe out. Draw your belly to your spine. Inhale, round yourself all the way up. Lift the arms. Exhale, palms to the heart center in prayer. We'll bend the left knee and just roll your legs back to table pose. I feel a collision about to happen, so let me move this out of the way. All right. Table pose. Tuck your toes, please. Lift the knees. Press back. Downward facing dog. And before we get too settled in a down dog, please bend your knees. Find your inner thighs and give them a little roll up toward the ceiling. So, and then press your hands forward like you're stretching your mat. Gaze forward and wiggle your hips a little bit from side to side. Lower the head so that your arms are between your ears are between your arms. Take another breath in. Lift up, straighten the legs. And exhale, soften the heels in the direction of the floor. Inhale, bend the knees again. Move your chest towards your thighs. And after you move your chest back towards your thighs, feel if you can, move your rib cage forward as you slide your shoulders back. They feel like they happen simultaneously. Lift your tailbone, straighten the legs all the way up. Exhale with straight legs, soften your heels in the direction of the floor. Beautiful. One more. And bend the knees, inhale. Exhale, reach away from your hands. And after you've reached with the tailbone, now let the rib cage slide forward as you slide your shoulders back. Now straighten the legs, lift the hips nice and high. And exhale, soften the heels toward the floor. So nice. Let's pedal the feet out. Lift your heels, please. Turn both heels to the right, bend your right knee. So you're pressing into the side of your left leg. Inhale, lift both heels. Drop both heels to the left. Your toes just rotate, they don't move. Bend your left knee. Reach to the outside of the right leg, IT band. You'll feel it. Try to drop the heel. Inhale, lift both heels back to center. One more. Drop them over to the right, bend the right knee. Press away. Inhale, center. Exhale, heels to the left, bend the left knee. Breathe. Exhale. Inhale, come back to center, and then step your right foot forward, lifting the left foot off the floor. Step your left foot in front of your right toes, lift the right foot off the floor. Step the right heel in front of your left toes, lift the left foot off the floor. Eventually, you may want to come to your fingertips. Exhale, the left foot forward, the right foot forward, and stepping the feet next to one another at the top of the mat. Inhale to a flat back. Yeah, beautiful. Exhale, fold forward from there. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and bow. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bow. Inhale, root down into your feet, reverse swan dive. Lift the arms all the way up overhead. And exhale, release the arms by your sides. Beautiful. Again, inhale, lift the arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, fold forward completely. This time, just take hold of your opposite elbows and hang. My head may be cut off. Sorry about that. Draw your belly button towards your spine. Feel if you can shift your body into the ball mount of your feet a little bit. So the hips come forward. And on an inhale, hug the belly in. Exhale, release your hands back to the floor. Lift all 10 toes. Lift up through the arches of your feet. And really root into your big toe mound, your pinky toe mound, the center of your heel. And then try to shift the hips forward again, but keeping the toes lifted. Yeah, so hips are over the ankles. Bend the knees and come to a flat back. In your flat back, feel if you can reach your sit bones back, so you're deepening your hip creases. And then exhale, fold over your legs. Bow your head completely. Inhale, bend the knees, tuck your chin, and slowly round yourself all the way up to stand. Turn the palms forward or touch the palms to the heart center in prayer. Inhale, lift your arms all the way up. Turn the palms toward the back of the room and slide the shoulders down the back. Exhale, fold forward completely. Either swan dive, I'm coming through middle because there are things in my way. On an inhale, lift your right heel. Lift your right foot off the floor. Hug the thigh into your chest. As you exhale, straighten the left leg behind you. It's just straight. We try to keep the ankle in line with the hip. Bend your right knee a little bit. Take a breath in. As you exhale, lower the left foot to the mat. Bend the left knee. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up overhead. So my right foot is forward. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, open the arms wide, revolve to your right. Inhale, come back to center. Again, exhale, revolve to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Feel if you can place your left pinky toe on the floor really firmly. Exhale, revolve to the right. Pause here, take a breath in, and as you exhale, release your left hand to the ground, right arm all the way up toward the ceiling. Take a twist. Pause here, breathe in, lift up and away. Turn your right palm toward the back of the room, reach the arm overhead, and then exhale, lower the right hand inside of the right foot. We're going to slide your left leg back. And for a minute, you can either come onto your forearms, it's lizard pose. You could come onto the forearms or stay up on the hands. Try to draw the shoulders back and reach your sternum forward so that you're finding length. Breathe. Perhaps close your eyes. Notice how you're taking your asana, your seat, where you can soften and lengthen the breath. And you might keep your forearms down. If you need to come back up onto the hands, come back up onto the hands. Or you could turn your left forearm in, hold your right foot. But we're all going to open the right knee out to the right lift the sole of the foot. So we're on the outside of the right foot. The right knee is to the right. You're either on your hands or on your left forearm. Your right hand is going to slide your right thigh forward and down. And twist the torso to the right. If you'd like to, you can lift your right arm up. You could even take it behind the back and twist a little bit more. Breathe in. And as you exhale, let your pelvis soften toward the floor. It's a lot. Be steady. Inhale. Exhale. Let the pelvis soften toward the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Inhale. Lift the arm back up. Exhale. The right hand comes back. Left hand comes back. Inhale. Tuck your left toes, please. We're going to turn your left heel in toward the right. Keep your right hand inside of the right foot so that your right knee is hugging the right shoulder. And then you might, let's just start with your left fingertips, walk them forward. Left arm is walking forward. Exactly, bow your head. Now take your left hand to your left hip, stick your bum out a little bit. And then begin to press your right knee into your right arm and twist to the left. And now try to move your right sit bone forward, or your pubic bone forward. There you go. Lift, try to stack the left shoulder in line with the right. Don't drop the head. Perhaps lift your gaze up toward the ceiling. Perhaps lift your left arm all the way up. Take a big breath, reach the crown of your head forward. Beautiful. And exhale, release both hands to the floor. Take your right hand outside of the right foot. Step your right foot back to downward facing dog. And breathe. Three breaths. On an inhale, bend your knees, look to the top. You might choose to step, you might choose to hop, and we fold forward at the top of the mat. Inhale, bend the knees halfway, flat back. Exhale, deepen your fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, rise to stand. Exhale, palms to the heart center in prayer or arms by your sides, whatever you prefer. Again, other side. Inhale, lifting the arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, fold forward completely. Inhale, lift the right foot off the floor, bend the left knee a little, and straighten your right leg behind you. Feel if you can find your inner right thigh and roll it up toward the ceiling. It squares the hips. Beautiful. Take another breath. Exhale, release the right foot down, release the right knee down. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Try to ground through your right pinky toe at the back of the mat, the whole right foot. You can look at it. Try to press even the right pinky toe down. Exhale, revolve to the left. Try not to open the left knee, but roll the inner left thigh toward the floor. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, revolve to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, revolve to the left. Pause here. Take a nice breath. Get really tall. And exhale the right hand down, left arm up. You might tuck your right toes. You might lift the right knee. Take a big breath in. Send it out. Turn the left palm toward the back of the room so the pinky side of your finger is toward the floor. Extend the arm overhead. Breathe in. And exhale the left hand inside of the left foot. Wiggle the left foot over to the left a little bit. Lower your right knee down. Untuck your right toes again. And again, you might stay up on the hands. You might decide to come onto your forearms. You might decide to come onto blocks. Wherever you can maintain a long spine. So if your back is rounded, consider some props. Consider up onto the hands. Let's stay in lizard for a couple of breaths, hugging your left knee into the right. your forearms. Lift the sole of the foot off on the side of the foot. Left hand comes to the left thigh, move it forward and down. Maybe lift the left arm all the way up. Lift up away from the right shoulder. Take a breath in. Exhale, soften the hips toward the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Inhale. The left. Out. Breathing out for 2. Breathing in. And breathing out for 3. Inhale, bend your knees, look to the top. Exhale, you may step with the opposite foot or hop. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Beautiful. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, palms to the heart center in prayer. We're going to do a similar sequence, but we'll start from standing, okay? So inhale and lift your left heel, just the left heel off the floor. Get nice and long and tall. Now look forward and inhale, lift the left thigh up, flex the left ankle. Take a big breath in, open the left knee out to the left. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, open the knee out to the left. Inhale it back to center. Exhale, open it to the left. Inhale, back to center. Bend your right knee. So we're moving through warrior 3. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a drive-by. And then bend the right knee. Let the left foot touch the ground. Lift the arms up overhead. High lunge. You might keep a bend in your back knee. Do hug the right hip crease back and wrap the right sit bone underneath you. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, you'll revolve to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, revolve to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, revolve to the right. Pause here. Touch the palms to your heart center in prayer. Tap your left tricep to the outer right thigh. And twist. Really firm up the back leg here. Keep hugging the right hip back, trying to have the hip points facing forward. Top of the head is lengthening forward. Your gaze is to the right. Take a big breath in. Exhale your left hand to the floor, please. Lift the right arm back up. Side plank. Turn your left heel to the left. You might step your right foot halfway down the mat. You might step your right foot in front of the left toes on the floor. You might place your right foot on top of the left. Where do you place yourself for optimal breath and length? Gaze up at the right thumb. Hug your inner thighs toward each other and roll them behind you. Breathe in, lift the hips. Exhale, release your right hand to the floor. Take a big breath in, it's plank pose. Yeah, awesome. As you exhale, lower your knees, bend your elbows, come down just halfway with your shoulders in line with your elbows. Inhale, straighten. Do it again. Bend the elbows, come down halfway, your torso comes forward. Exhale, straighten. One tiny more. Take a breath in. Exhale, shift forward, lower the chest, lower the chin. Inhale, low cobra. Pull your hands back and slide your sternum forward. Press into all 10 toenails. Lift your thighs. Lift the kneecaps. Yeah? Take another breath in. And then just lower your forehead back to the ground. Hands are still down. Lift the heads of your shoulders up. Slide them back towards your feet. Press all 10 toenails firmly into the ground. Draw your belly in. Again, rise up. But pull your hands back and Draw your heart forward. It doesn't have to be high. We're looking for length. Engage your thighs. Move your pubic bone down. Exhale, lower the forehead. You might feel longer already. One more. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, lower. Press your knees into the floor, and we're going to come back to a wide-legged child's pose. If you want to bring your knees and your thighs together, feel free. Lower the head to the floor. So just come back to your breath here. Check in. Where's your seat? How is it feeling? Is it giving you length? If it's giving you stress, you should be doing something differently. Inhale, come back to table. Tuck the toes, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, let's have the right leg rise up just to hip height. And hugging the right thigh into your chest, look between your hands. Place the right foot to the top of the mat, come up onto the fingertips. Shift into your right foot, let the left thigh come into your chest. Place the left foot down, bow, straighten the legs. Inhale, reverse swan dive, rise to stand. Exhale, mountain pose. Second side. So you'll bend your right knee, lift the heel, and then lift the right leg, flex the ankle. Exhale, open the knee to the right. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, open it to the right. Inhale it back. Exhale, open. Inhale, center. Bend the left leg. We're moving through warrior three. Straighten the back leg. Pause where you can pause. And then shift your weight backwards. Lower the right foot back. Bend the left knee. It's high lunge. I'm moving around on my mat for, take a big breath in. Revolve to your left. Open the arms nice and wide. Maybe you straighten the back leg, only if it doesn't strain your lower back. Inhale back to center. Exhale, revolve to the left. Press your inner left thigh toward the floor and hug the left hip back. Awesome. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, revolve to the left. Try to get taller, hug the belly in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Exhale, the right hand to the floor, lift the left arm all the way up. Pause here. Now you can really engage your back leg. You need it firm. Drop your right heel to the right. You're on the outside of the right foot. Maybe you take the left foot halfway down the mat. Side plank. Maybe you place it in front of the left toes. Maybe you place the left foot on top of the right foot. You can take it further if you'd like. Try to have both hip points facing forward. Hug the inner thighs together, roll them back, reach in all four directions. You might want to reach the back of your head toward the back wall, front of your head forward. One more huge breath in. Exhale, plank. Beautiful. So nice. Take a breath in, and this time it's your choice. You might lower your knees and go to knees, chest, chin, or shift forward. Bend the elbows. You're just coming down halfway. Exhale, straighten. Take a breath in. Exhale, bend the elbows, come down halfway. Inhale, straighten. Remember, your knees can be down. Exhale, come down halfway. Release all the way to the ground. Untuck the toes. Inhale, low cobra. If you'd like to rise to upward facing, feel free. Make it freeing. Don't make it crippling and shortening your breath. Exhale, press into your knees. However you want to go back to downward facing dog this time. So you might lift your knees. You might press into your hands and rise back up to plank, or take knees, chest, chin to downward facing dog. Bend the knees, find length. Inhale the left leg only to hip height. So my ankle is in line with my hip. I'm going to spin my inner left thigh up toward the ceiling to drop my hips a little bit. Beautiful. Look between your hands. Hug the left thigh into the chest. Step the left foot forward. Take a breath in, and we'll shift all the way forward, hugging the right thigh into the chest, pressing the foot down. Inhale, halfway. Flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Lift the arms all the way up. Exhale, palms to heart and prayer. Bear with your balance for where we're going next, okay? We're just opening and closing a leg. See if you can keep gathering length in the spine. So we'll inhale and lift the left leg just like we did. Open it out to the left. Bring it back to center. Exhale it open. Inhale it back to center. This time we're going to exhale it open and lift our arms up overhead. Begin to bend your right knee, and we're slowly going to shift the left leg back and land in warrior two. Take it smoothly. Beautiful. Take a big breath in. Try to have your right knee over your right ankle. You might need a block outside of your right pinky toe. But first, take a breath. And we're going to reach and place the right hand inside of the right foot and the left hand on the left hip. Please keep your right knee squeezing into the right shoulder here. And then walk your hands as far forward as you can. But keep your right knee in line with the right ankle and bow your head. And you might decide you'd like to walk your hands over to the left a little more. You might want to cross your right fingertips over your left and bow your head between your arms. Wherever you can maintain a steady breath, keeping your right knee over your right ankle. So nice. And coming back to frame your right leg, lift your left heel, lower the left knee to the mat, and we'll scoot our right heel forward a little, coming to runner stretch. So squaring your hips off, you can keep a little bend in your right knee. You might take blocks out in front of you. Straightening your right leg. Try to reach your sternum, your breastbone forward towards your big right toe. Inhale, place a bend to your right knee, please. Hands frame the right foot, tuck your left toes, lift the left knee. Exhale, hug the left knee back into your chest, place the left foot down. You might want to step back a little bit for a crow pose. We'll lift our heels nice and high, open the knees nice and wide, and lower your seat onto your heels. You might take a block or a book. Don't use a child or a pet here. Place your hands underneath your shoulders, and you might step your feet onto that block. And what it does is it gets your bum up higher, so I can shift forward now much more easily than having to do all the work myself. Okay? So you want to bend the elbows, take the knees around the triceps, almost up to the underarms if you can. Hug in. Hug your belly in. And then you might lift one foot at a time. You might lift both feet, shifting the weight forward. Breathe. And eventually we'll place the feet back down and fold forward completely. Bend your knees, tuck your chin, round yourself all the way up. Exhale at the top. Second side. So you'll lift the right leg, lift the right heel first. Lift the right leg. Exhale it open. Inhale it back to center. Exhale it open. Inhale it back to center. Exhale it open. Now lift your arms up overhead. Bend your left knee. There's a little bit of a shift forward as we take the right leg all the way back and we land in warrior two. So keep the left knee over your left ankle. Gaze is over the left fingertip. Take a big breath in. Send the breath out. You might consider lifting the left hip crease a little bit. Inhale. And as you exhale, place the left hand inside of your left foot. Squeeze it with the knee. Take the right hand to your right hip. And you can stack the right shoulder over the left for a minute, but then you're going to reach your hand, your right hand forward, your left hand forward, keep the knee over the ankle, start to walk your hands over to the right, cross your left wrist over your right wrist, and bow your head. Try to hug your left hip back and scoot it towards your head. Your left hip is going to wrap underneath you, your sit bone underneath you, and move towards your head. Take a big breath, and then release both hands to frame the left foot. Lift your right heel, lower the right knee. Lizard pose. I don't want to heat you guys up and do so many vinyasas on a Sunday evening, right? So we're finding some length and some deep muscular action. Bend the left knee, press the center of your left heel into the floor, and actually pull your right bum, your right sit bone back until it's over your right knee. You can look at it. Yeah, you can probably look in your screens. They're secret mirrors. Walk the hands forward. Move your sternum towards your big toe. Breathe in. And bow. Breathing in. Breathing out. So nice. Breathe in. Allow the top of your head to reach towards your big toe. So there's a little bit of a lift and lengthening. And breathe out. So nice. Inhale, bend the left knee. Take the right toes to the mat, left foot to the mat. Lift your right knee. Exhale, step the right foot back to the top and fold. Plant your palms, bend your knees and lift your heels. Second round of crow. You might want to step back. You might take a block underneath your heels. The hands go underneath the shoulders. The knees are open wide. Lift the hips nice and high. Try to get them really at the top of the underarm and the back of the tricep. Hug in. Hug your belly in. Shift the weight forward. The minute you come forward, you'll know if you're not going to lift your feet off the ground. If there's fear, if you're shaking, if you feel like you're going to fall, don't do it. Stay here, hug the belly in, and lift, press up toward the ceiling with your upper back. Otherwise, root the fingertips into the ground, draw the heels towards your bum, and practice smoothing out your breath. Release both feet down. Inhale, come to a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. And inhale, rise all the way to stand. Lift the arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, palms to your heart center and pray. The next step can be simple or it can be more challenging. That's up to you. You could keep your leg bent the whole time or you could straighten your leg. That's totally up to you, okay? So we're going to start by lifting let's lift the right foot up off the floor. The knee is going to be bent. Palms to heart center, find length, draw the belly in, draw the front ribs down as you lift the back ribs up. Lift the right leg. Let's take your right hand to your right hip and your left hand to the outside. So it goes over the top of your right leg to the underneath. Hold on, take a breath, lift your right arm all the way up, flex your right ankle, and then you'll revolve to the right. You might stay here. It's hard for me to talk and balance. You might stay here, or you might take hold of the foot and reach the foot forward, gazing to the right. Wherever you are, inhale, come back, bend the right knee, lift the arms. Exhale, press the right heel forward. Inhale. Exhale, lower everything back to the ground. And shake out. No judgment. If you're lucky enough to be next to a wall, use the wall for stability. So second side, we're going to lift the left leg. Lift the left heel first and then zip up. So when we lift one heel, the opposite hip likes to pop out. So zip up. Wrap your right sit bone under. Draw the rib cage toward each other and down a little. So we're getting really tall, okay? And then let the left leg rise up. Take the right hand outside, either hold on here, revolve to your left. Beautiful. You might grab the foot or just stay here. Breathing. Getting taller, getting wider in the arms. So nice, everyone. Flex the bottom ankle. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, press the left leg forward. Inhale, lift it. Exhale, put it all down. Beautiful. We're going to come to sit, just like that. So let's take your palms to your heart. Lift your heels. Begin to bend your knees. Lower down onto your heels. And then you can place your hands on the floor or on blocks. But I want you to look at my legs. My thighs are parallel to the floor. If my knees drop down, I'm going to lean back, most probably. If I hug my knees in, I'm going to shift forward. So try to have the thighs parallel to the floor. And try to have your arms in line with your torso. Shoulders over hips. So we're emulating mountain pose in our upper body. Take a big breath in. Engage your pelvic floor and your belly. Maybe touch your hands to your heart in prayer. Breathe in. Breathing in and out. As you exhale, reach your arms forward, lower your seat to the floor, and come to sit. Beautiful, everyone. I'm going to turn forward so you can see me. Yeah. We're going to go a little bit deeper than where we started. So take the left leg to the floor. Knees out to the left. Anusambhasana. Take your left ankle onto your right ankle onto your left knee, and start to lower the knee, the right knee, towards your left foot. It might happen, it might not happen. It's okay. It's a double pigeon pose. Okay? Or you could take a pillow, you could take your sweater if it's nearby, or a block, and place it underneath your right knee. So we're going similarly to where we started. We're going to twist to our left. Before you do, lift your seat, and then sit up nice and tall. Inhale the arms out to the side, lift them all the way up, soften the shoulders down the back. Breathe in, beautiful. And then the back of your right palm is going to come to the foot and revolve to your left. I'm keeping my left arm straight behind me. You can place it behind your back if you like. Take a big breath in, get long and tall, and now release the left hand to the floor. Twist a little more deeply. Look over your left shoulder, but also draw your right shoulder back and down. Inhale for length. Exhale and revolve. Beautiful. On an inhale, unravel. Lift both arms all the way up. It gets a little bit tighter here. So we're going to exhale and twist to your right. And just as we started, we're going to perhaps place blocks on the floor. Maybe you can get your right forearm down with the palm up. It's a little harder to get the left forearm down, but it's possible. You might also take your left forearm onto a block. I find if I line my left elbow up with my foot and my knee, it's a little easier. If you start to twist too much to the right, it's harder. Right? So I have both forearms on the ground. Now, please bow your head and soften your left sit bone toward the floor. Inhale. Exhale, lower your left sit bone toward the floor. Inhale. Exhale, the left sit bone down. Beautiful. Inhale. Rise up. You're on your right forearm, your left arm's overhead. Exhale and reach. Inhale, lift both arms up overhead. And exhale again, reach, 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 reach. It's nice to have someone to reach to. And exhale, fold forward. You might place a block underneath your head. You might wrap your elbows around your feet. You might find it very hard to get any more forward. So then just stay wherever you can and breathe. It's quick. Inhale, round yourself up, lift the arms all the way up. Exhale, the palms to the heart. And we switch sides. So place the right leg on the floor. It's parallel to the front of your mat, wherever the front might be, it doesn't matter. Try to get the leg in a line with your mat, and try not to sickle the right foot. So you want to try to flex the right foot and have the sole of the foot facing to the left. And then take your left ankle on top of the right knee. So you are ankle to knee and knee to ankle. You might roll something up and put it under your left knee, between the foot and the knee, okay? Take a big breath in here. Lift the arms up overhead. The back of your left hand comes to the inside of your left foot. Inhale for height, get tall. Exhale, revolve to the left. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Lower the left hand to the floor. Exhale, the deepest version of your twist. Inhale, come back up, lift the arms up overhead. You might need a block. As we exhale and revolve to the left side. So it's a little easier to get the left forearm down with the palm up. You may always use a block. If it's challenging, use a block or use something, yeah? And then maybe you need to have the right forearm on a block, or you can place the right forearm on the floor. Again, I have my right elbow lined up with the sole of my right foot rather than really far away. It's not so much of a twist as it is a side lengthener. Take a breath in, soften your right hip to the floor. Take a breath in, soften your right hip to the floor. Take a breath in and soften. On an inhale, keep the left forearm down. Sweep the right arm up over the right ear. Exhale, reach away. Inhale, lift both arms all the way up. Let's flex at your wrists so the palms are facing the ceiling. Lift your head up, lift the sternum up. Exhale, bringing the palms to the heart center in prayer. So nice. Take your hands underneath your legs, or just bring your legs in. I'm going to turn so I'm on the length of my mat again. We're almost in Shavasana. If you have blocks, you can place them underneath your knees. Otherwise, for Shavasana, not quite yet. Take your hands underneath your knees, rolling onto the back. Happy baby pose. Flex your ankles, open the knees wider than your shoulders or as wide as your shoulders. Take your arms inside of the knees, but the hands to the outside of the feet. And then try to line your ankles up over your knees. Move your knees toward the floor. Take a big breath in here. As you exhale, bring the soles of your feet together like Baddha Konasana where we started. Move your knees away. As you inhale, bend your elbows, curl yourself up in a little ball. Bring your pubic bone to your forehead and your forehead towards your pubic bone. Maybe your feet touch. As you exhale again, happy baby, we'll do this 3 times. Inhale. Exhale, bring the soles of the feet together, press your knees away. Inhale, curl yourself up, lift your pubic bone towards your nose towards your pubic bone so your sacrum's off the floor. Breathing in, breathing out. One more, inhale, lower the back down. Exhale, happy baby pose. Inhale. Exhale, bring the soles of the feet together, move the knees away. I'm wrapping my, interlacing my fingers around my feet. On an inhale, curl your pubic bone, bend your elbows, move your head towards your feet towards your head. Roll up, breathe in. And as you exhale, lower your back down, hug your arms around your knees, tight, make a tight little ball. Lift your nose toward your knees, scrunch up your eyes, scrunch up your face, scrunch up your fingers and your toes and your belly and everything. Exhale, lay it all out. You might want to place blocks underneath your knees for final relaxation. And on this Sunday evening, Shavasana. Laying on the back, letting the eyes close. Often during our class, we wish we were in the privacy of our own home to take Shavasana and stay and relax. So I grant you that. I'm going to leave you all here. I wish you a wonderful and relaxing Sunday evening with a beautiful rest. Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope to see you soon. Enjoy.